Say no to the gas ban. Just tell them no. Here's a simple, easy way to do this. A couple of years ago, the policymakers in our little state decided that we need to get rid of gas, natural gas, CNG, compressed natural gas. They say it's bad for the environment. As policymakers often do, they don't think about the whole cost involved, because what they're trying to do is get rid of gas stoves, gas dryers, gas water heaters, which means you will have to convert everything into electrical. This regulation is telling us we have to convert everything to electrical. Now, some people have the electrical already set up in their house, and that's fine. But for a majority of the homeowners, especially the ones that have been done over the last 20 years in newer homes, may or may not have a 20-volt plug by their dryer, stove, or water heater. The point is that it's going to take a huge drain of your monetary resources to get this updated by going through planning, going through permits, getting the electrician out, getting everything done. You're looking at tens of thousands of dollars, if not what they're claiming is 50 to 100. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know how true 50 to $100,000 per household truly is, but it's still going to be an onerous tax, another tax on you as a homeowner. Even if you're a renter, you're still going to have to pay for it one way or another, because that means rents will go up. And if you're a commercial property owner, that means you have to go through all the units and make sure everything's converted to all electrical. That's going to get expensive. That means in 2027, if your water heater breaks or your stove breaks, you can no longer legally buy a stove, water heater, or a dryer in the 9 counties of the Bay Area and replace your old gas appliance. Now you have to convert it into electrical. I know what you're saying. Well, Vito, I'll just go to Nevada or out of the county and find whatever I need. Yeah, you can absolutely do that, but it's illegal at that point. And that's the point. So if you're not for this gas conversion or electrical conversion and you want to do something about it, this is your opportunity. You can act now. You can write them this email. There's a link in my blog. Go to my blog and you'll be able to get this information. Put your information down there. Tell them that you're a homeowner or a small business. You don't want this to happen. You want this to be reversed. Normally, I don't get into politics, but California is going to do what California does, right? I just don't want to pay tens of thousands of dollars to convert my gas water heater and dryer and gas stove into electric. That's just how I feel about it. So there you go. How to keep your valuables, not just your jewelry, safe while you sell your home. This is like a no-brainer. Out of sight, out of mind. If you have jewelry hanging around in your jewelry box and it's hanging off on a little jewelry tree like my daughter has, her jewelry isn't that valuable, but it's still valuable to her. If you have anything of value, the only thing in my head that's of value to me are my kids' first shoes. Everything else is expendable. You want to steal my computer, steal my truck, go ahead. I don't care, because I can replace that, right? I don't see those as valuables. I see them as commodities that I use to do my business. And I can do my business on any computer in the world the way I have it set up. So before listing your home, make sure you take everything, not just your jewelry, and pack it away or put it into a safe box, or take it to the bank and put it in a safe deposit box, or you can give it to your friends to hold on to, or you can take it with you, right? That's all this thing really says. Lock it up, find a friend, take it with you. But the reality is out of sight, out of mind. Now, will home buyer or home shoppers go through all your packed up boxes? Probably not. It's kind of weird, especially if an agent is watching over them, which they're supposed to do when they're looking at a house. They're supposed to kind of keep an eye on what they're doing, but stuff will disappear. I've had remotes disappear. It's the weirdest thing, right? It's like, well, somebody took my thing. And I had a vacuum cleaner. Stuff of value will disappear if you're not careful. If you have anything that's a family heirloom, if you have records that are valuable to you, if you have paperwork that's valuable to you, lock it away. Put it away, put it in a box and stack 5 other boxes on top of it. And then you won't have to worry about it. You know that it's just be careful. Every time I sit down in a listing appointment, the first thing you're going to want to do is put away all your valuables. If you wear your jewelry every day, wear them, but put them in a safe spot. Get a lockbox, get a little safe. Get into the habit of keeping your stuff safe. It's just common sense, right? Rates came down a little bit this last week, a whole tenth of a point. But here's the thing. We're celebrating because if you buy average priced house in Santa Clara County, which is $2.4 million, the median price is $2 million, but I just wanted to see where this looked at. You're looking at, and you have great credit and you're putting 20% down, your payments are going to be $11,761 a month. On top of that, you get it right at 6%. This is not a quoted rate, and you're paying points to lower the price. The point I'm making is you can get your rate down below 6% today, right? If you have crappy credit, if you don't have 20% down, if you don't have all that stuff, get it fixed and then go and buy a house. But if you're slamming down, you're like, I need to buy a house today, then you're going to have higher rates. But look, 6.6 and a quarter, that's an eighth of, or 8.76 points, or 7 beeps, I think it's called. You can get it down. HSBC is quoting no points, 6.433. These are not quoted rates, but be careful. Talk to your lender, see where the prices are. If you have a 7% loan and you want to refinance, talk to your lender today, see what it's going to cost you. Delinquencies in the news. Everybody's saying delinquencies are up. Single family homes are not a problem right now. Maybe they are in Texas, maybe they are in, I don't know, St. Louis, wherever, but all across the United States, they're not reporting anything super crazy right now. So not something to worry about. This is updated May 21st, 2025. So let's see if they actually do 7. No, they don't. We're still not looking at crazy amounts of increased pricing there, or increased bank owned or delinquencies. Existing home sales are taking longer to sell across the United States. We're at 4.7 months. That means across the entire United States, if we stopped putting homes on market, it would take almost 5 months to get rid of all the houses that we have on market, provided they're priced right. If your house is overpriced, you've had 6 open houses and you've had 40 people come through and look at your house, and you still don't have an offer, guess what? Not much your agent can do at this point. It's the price, based on the condition, the location, and the market. I can't tell you there's no rabbit for me to pull out of my hat. The market's contracting and you've been on market for 3 months and you're still waiting for the house to sell. Your house is overpriced. Okay, measure E. I want everybody to know this is actually good news. San Jose decided to move the effective property transfer tax rate from $2 million up to $2.3 million, where your transfer tax quadruples when you sell your house. At $2 million, the median sales price of a house in Santa Clara County, half of the houses selling right now would have to encounter this property transfer tax. That's moved up to 2.3. So now the average price is 2.45. So there's still a large amount of homes that are going to be affected by this. So just so you know, your house could increase in value almost $300,000 just by this one thing. Cupertino, house of the week. Hyannisport. I've actually been in this house when I was younger because I used to live over there. Hyannisport, not my listing, $3.788 million. This is Cupertino, not San Jose, so there's no transfer tax. 6-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,400 square feet, built in 1963. It is right by Deanza, Lincoln, and Kennedy, so it's right in the crux of this place. Crazy. I actually been in that house. Luxury home of the week, Pebble Beach. I am going down to Monterey this week to show houses, and I thought I'd take a look at this one. This is in Pebble Beach, around the 17-mile drive. This is not my listing. Olita Drive, I wish it was. $30 million, 8-bedroom, 9 and 2.5 baths, 10,000 square feet, built in 1925. Let's take a look inside this gargantuan beauty. Wow, yeah, you have some pretty decent views. Very old world decor, every little detail, nook and cranny. This house is worth it. This house is a market maker. They're saying if you want this house, come and take a look at it. Their house is detailed, it's beautiful. Every little nook and cranny is updated, fixed up, repaired, has a huge wine cellar. If your house isn't updated, if your roof is shot, if you need air conditioning, what have you, your kitchens haven't been redone or your bathrooms are dated, it's going to show. People aren't going to want to pay the price that you want to offer, especially if it's overpriced. So don't yell at your agent when your house doesn't sell. This is San Jose, Willow Glen House of the Week, $4.5 million. It's Crescent Drive, not my listing, 5 and 4.5 baths, 3,800 square feet, built in 2025. This is brand spanking new, and let's take a look at it. This is downtown Willow Glen, Lincoln Ave. It's walking distance to Willow Glen, and 5-bedroom, 4.5 baths. Let's take a quick look inside. It's brand spanking new. Inside, it looks great. I think it's a pretty house. A lot of little details here and there, but it's all brand new. So they took an old house, tore it down, and put this 3,800 square foot house on it. Yeah, it's nice. They didn't even bother putting a floor plan on it. Okay, so 12 Bay Area report, nothing crazy, nothing substantial to worry about. We're still at $11 billion in home sales in Santa Clara County, far more than San Mateo, even though San Mateo sells more expensive homes. That's probably why. I think we're in the sweet spot. Because if you look at Napa or Sonoma, you're looking at a lower volume of homes because there's less people that live there and it doesn't command a whole presence. We're in the middle of tech world. We have a bunch of tech jobs. We have VC money here. San Mateo has VC money, which is why homes are more expensive here. There's a lot more jobs here than there are up in Sonoma, which is more country. Just like in Morgan Hill, it's a little less expensive because it's away from the epicenter of our market, which is technically Palo Alto. The median sales price in San Mateo is $2 million, and the median sales price in Santa Clara is $2,025,000. We've been hovering at $2 million all year long, but the number of sales have plateaued. We have the inventory, but the interest rates are keeping buyers from coming out in droves, just like it was in 2020, which was our firestorm when rates were 2.5%. I don't think we're going to see 2.5% until the next global shutdown. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? And it takes 18 days to sell a house in Santa Clara County, which is the lowest, and the highest is Napa, which is 65. Santa Clara County, we're at 1.8 months. If we stop putting new houses on market, by the way, we put, how many new listings this week?